Emily Fortney is a teacher, photographer, and prose writer. I, Patricia Morgan, have known Emily since she was a sensitive and innocent child. I hope, like me, you become curious about your own life lens while viewing her landscapes and listening to her musings. Restorative practice, sky, rock, water, wood, all in it for the long game, must wonder at us and the illusions we see of doing it all on our own. Inconstancy of want, intensely intent on instant gratification. Sky, rock, water, wood, all in it for the long game, always in the company of one another. Experiences inextricably tied to each other, will come again, tomorrow, and again, tomorrow, steadfastly reminding us there is another way. I used to hold too many noisy things at the end of day, but I went to water to drown it all out, and now sunset's teaching me how to say good night. Oh, the fog. Some days I'm mired in it, heavy and muddled, giving in to despair. Other days it's a blessed mystery, the field of understanding, about to come into view. Today it was pulling over, taking pause, on the wrong side of the road, at sunup, appreciating the field of soybeans, lending me its views. In this place, it's so hard to hold the things that don't fit. I cannot bring ugly here and have it not shine. I cannot bring worry and have it not crowded out by ease. I cannot bring questions and have the answers not tumble out, reminding me I already knew the solutions. If every place were this place, maybe I would appreciate it less, but I hardly think so. 2. Have you ever met someone, worked somewhere, lived in spaces that tell you you talk too much, write too much, give too much, learn too big, feel too big, love too big, and all this too much bigness really implied you're not enough? When the calls to not be you smacked you upside the head, took your legs out from under you, punched you in the gut, sucked the breath from your lungs, did you respond by withering, dreaming less, forgetting what you know, carrying shame through the exit door? Too much bigness sometimes awakens lots of fear, insurmountable grief, anger at change, and in the other who is not you, for a realization stands before them that the landscape of living is not limited to one sterile, stagnant view. Do you know this is too much? Too? So I say, stand, good soul, be the immensity of you, retaliate by growing forward and deep breath blowing, your wish upon wish, your dream upon dream, your learning upon learning, your doing, your being, on tumbleweeds of dandelion seeds, catching a ride upon subtle breeze or tempest wind, traveling over murky waters or rugged terrain, to land, and become the seed that grew from she who, he who, to the rooted tree of we who are always enough. The best kind of medicine lets you walk it off or take it all in, drowns out the noise with wind and wave, or is so still you finally get time to think. The best kind of medicine says, Walk taller, my friend, and then unburdens your shoulders of their heavy load and frees your overprotected heart from feeling too much or not enough, and then everything is just right. How often are you green with envy? Does the feeling come out of the blue? Or maybe you frequently fly the red eye, overtired from desiring a life beyond your own. What a golden opportunity to live in the rainbow between the black and white of thinking the grass is always greener on the other side. Feeling blue isn't always a bad thing. Chaos and brouhaha always need to kick up a fuss to keep you in thrall, exhaust your attention, and take, and take, and take, even those parts of you try so hard not to give. But if you go stand in a sunbeam at sunset and blink in a moment of beauty, I bet you will break their soul-consuming spell. Check in. The snow hills are retreating. I pried pieces of beach glass from the frozen sand and felt joy that there was sun at the end of a hail-filled day. I placed my left hand, the one closest to my heart, flat on the semi-frozen ground, and said thank you. Today I don't have big, flashy answers. I don't know how to end our enormous global grieving, but there was this, and it's an offering too. Reminder, said window to wood stove, it's okay if our light looks different. Wisdom from a rusty spring, the thing in you that's intimately wound, that recoils tightly, contained and bound, lets loose and end, give a gentle pull, release your knots like skeins of wool, lengthen your spirals, travel the lines of your hurting and loving, your mundane and divine. Feel yourself stretch, reclaim your peace, moving into a new season of less catch, more release. Is a pumpkin a mountain to a pea-sized snail? Does it need positive self-talk to pave its own trail, upward and onward to the orange-shaded summit? Or does it worry and stew and create a self-prophesied plummet? I don't think snail bothers much at all with fear, self-loathing, and doubt, but slimes its quiet way forward, taking slow time to figure it all out. Patience, love. The fog will lift, the season changes, and something new or old but newly appreciated will come into view the first time. I'll catch you, Leaf said to Raindrop on his descent. Even if you still tumble, you won't have quite so far to fall. Something for us to do for, with each other. You are no longer a lost soul, for I've written love in the sky, sprinkled it onto water, spread it across rock for you to take when you need it. What catches your eye, makes your foot tap, lets you exhale, makes your skin tingle, releases your heartache. Do all that, sweet soul, do that. Maybe it's a not only a what, but also a where, be there, and a who, be near. Whatever you need today, may it be with you. I found sunbursts in the gloom today. The raindrops lent them a bit of shine. Sometimes I wonder with a ferocity that only childhood or aging can seem to produce, why it took so long for me to realize that in the absence of color and light, we can create our own. Just roll with it requires energy too, especially when you have to sustain your role. Wave borrows impetus from wind, and moon, you can do the same. Gently borrow sustenance from all the love that surrounds you. I tried to get all my ducks in a row, but they kept waddling off, so I lined up my daisies instead. Deep in conversation when I'm here, we always skip the surface talk. Heart drops, let 'em drip. We all need a little love. Ahead of the curve, going it alone, breaking free, becoming the wish. I'll go first. When was the last time you had to muster your courage? Do tell. Sometimes it can't be what you want it to be, or what you'd hoped it might be. But even then, we can still find ways to let it be. I don't have grandiose solutions, can't halt the world's mayhem in its tracks, but I'm going to keep sharing what I have, asking for wisdom throughout my ignorance, finding warm lines of solidarity with color and creed, and knowing that there's peace to be found together in these million little steps. Sky has many ways of letting her tears fall in mist and drizzle, in torrents and snowfall, and I admire her ability to let them fall as they must, to help the weight and fullness of all she carries, release and let go. Having trouble with change? Be like the sun and shift 1 degree, 1 day at a time. Pause. Today we remember, and every day that follows, we must act out our gratitude by mending fences, nurturing our relationships, confronting our biases, transforming power, privilege, and prejudice, building consensus, seeking understanding, expanding the narrative, using only what we need, sharing our wealth, making reconciliation our work, and by walking gently through the commons. Today we remember, and in all the days that follow, we must act out our gratitude.